Curly, Wurly and the Wiley Frigate Bird. It was the summer holidays in Barracuda Bay, and the weather was very, very hot. Mr. Lobster, the lighthouse keeper, was cleaning the light at the top of his lighthouse. Mr. Lobster liked to clean it every day. It was a very important job. He'd almost finished when a rather odd-looking seabird flapped overhead and landed next to him. "Hello," smiled Mr. Lobster. Now, did you know that Mr. Lobster could talk to all the animals that lived out at sea? He is a man of many secret talents, is that man, Mr. Lobster. He had never seen this particular seabird in Barracuda Bay before. "What are you doing here?" he thought to himself. Mr. Lobster was just about to have a conversation with the bird when Curly and Wurly flew by. The noise of their engines scared the seabird away. "Ah, never mind," said Mr. Lobster. "Hopefully it'll be back again very soon." Meanwhile, Curly and Wurly had some exciting news. "Mr. Lobster! Mr. Lobster! Freddie is coming home," they shouted. "That is good news," replied the lighthouse keeper. Freddie the fisherman had been away on a week-long fishing trip. He sailed happily back into the harbour with his boat, the Happy Haddock, full of boxes of fish. After unloading his boxes onto the quay, Freddie went to the harbour master's office. Mr. Ray, the harbour master, was enjoying a fish cake sandwich for his lunch. "Hello, Freddie. How was your trip?" he asked. Freddie told Mr. Ray about his week out at sea. He also showed him some photographs of some of the wildlife he saw. One particular photo was of particular interest to Mr. Ray. "Do you know what type of seabird this is?" asked Freddie. "I saw it do something rather extraordinary. I saw it catch some fish without getting its wings wet. It was incredible." Mr. Ray smiled. "That's a frigate bird, Freddie. They are very wily seabirds and often given the nickname as pirates of the sea. They team up with very large fish called the Dorado to catch flying fish. When the Dorado chase the little fish, they use their wings to escape them and leap out of the water, where the frigate birds are ready and waiting to catch them in the air. It's a very, very clever strategy, and they don't even get a single feather wet." "That's amazing," thought Freddie. "I'd love to see them do that again." Mr. Ray offered Freddie a chance to go out in his boat with him the next day. He was going to sail out to Dolphin Point to check the buoys and crab pots. He left there earlier in the week. Freddie was excited. Just then, Mr. Lobster popped himself into the harbour master's office. "Excuse me, Mr. Ray," he said, "but I had an unexpected visitor this morning. It was a frigate bird." Both Mr. Ray and Freddie stirred. "Did you say a frigate bird?" they smiled. "I'm sure it was. It was long, thin, black, and had a red pouch under its neck." "Sounds like a frigate bird to me," said Mr. Ray. "Did it look like this?" asked Freddie, as he showed Mr. Lobster a photograph. "Yes, that's it," replied the lighthouse keeper. "We are heading out to Dolphin Point tomorrow morning to collect some crab pots. Would you like to come with us? We're hoping to see some more frigate birds catching some flying fish," he added. "Oh, yes, please," said Mr. Lobster. "I'll take Curly and Wurly and get a bird's-eye view of the action." Everyone was looking forward to their trip out in the morning. The next day, Mr. Lobster was up early and flying high in the sky with Curly and Wurly. Mr. Ray was skipper in his boat, the Jumping Jellyfish, with Freddie as his first mate. Curly and Wurly were on the lookout for some Dorado. Mr. Lobster was using his binoculars to find some frigate birds. "Look down there," shouted Curly excitedly. Mr. Lobster zoomed in. "Yes, well done, Curly." A shoal of Dorado were chasing a school of flying fish just off the coast of Dolphin Point. Mr. Ray steered his boat alongside, whilst Freddie took some photographs. All they needed now was for the frigate birds to arrive and join in the feeding frenzy. Sure enough, 2 frigate birds arrived not long after. The flying fish were being scattered across the water. A strong wind lifted them up high into the air, where the frigate birds caught them in their beaks. Soon, other seabirds tried to join in the feast, but each time they tried to catch a flying fish, the frigate birds stole it from them. "And that's why they have the nickname of Pirates of the Sea," laughed Mr. Ray. "They're always stealing another bird's catch." Curly, Wurly and the Jumping Jellyfish stayed out at sea watching the spectacular event. It made everyone very happy, especially Freddie. He took lots of photos. After the feeding, the Dorado swam far out to sea, and the frigate birds flew off into the distance towards the horizon. Mr. Ray checked the buoys and his crab pots. There was a big surprise waiting for Mr. Ray inside one of the pots, and it wasn't a crab. But what was it? Well, to find that out, I'll have to wait until the next story. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you again next time.